everyone, my name is Shauna in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. My 21st birthday was on Wednesday, so I thought this would be a perfect time to give you a life update. There's some things that I want to talk about that I have been meaning to talk about for a while, but I keep putting off, but I feel like it's appropriate that I give you a life update right now. So in the summer of 2020, last summer, I had health issues and ended up in the hospital. And those health issues have not fully gone away. Nausea is something that's difficult for everyone, but it's particularly difficult for me because I have a fear of puking. So whenever my nausea spikes, it gets so bad that I feel like I'm gonna hurl into the toilet, I have a panic attack and a depressive episode. So it's really not fun, and it's not easy for me to just function on the day-to-day because of this. What's sort of even harder than the nausea is preventing me from eating solid food. I still get super sick whenever I try and eat solid food. I was doing exposure therapy for this for a while, but I can't progress in exposure therapy if I get sick every time I eat solid food. So I am still drinking protein drinks, and that's my main source of calories and protein, which is challenging because around my birthday, all these holidays start that require eating food. Like, that's part of the tradition. There's Halloween, which is like candy, and there's pumpkin seeds. There's all this yummy Halloween food. And then it goes to Thanksgiving, which is a holiday focused mainly on food. And heck, my birthday, you're supposed to eat cake on your birthday. And then Christmas, there's all these like Christmas like food that my family eats, and I can't eat any of it. And it's been hard, and it makes it hard to look forward to my birthday knowing that I can't do something basic and simple that people should be able to do, that a human body should be able to tolerate. And it's frustrating too because I still have not found a doctor that can help me. I was seeing a therapist for a while that was claiming that sort of therapy could help with the nausea. It didn't work and it wasn't a productive therapy, so I stopped that therapy. I saw a GI specialist who blamed this all on an eating disorder that I was misdiagnosed with when I was 18. And I had a little bit of GI testing, but I got super sick while doing it and it wasn't very thorough. So I've been really frustrated still dealing with the effects of what happened last summer. I'm still trying to learn how to just live my new normal that's different from other people, and I hope that eventually this craving for solid food goes away until I can like work on exposure therapy for solid food again, because it's really hard to enter a grocery store to be like in a kitchen while people are cooking food because I'm like craving everything but I can't eat anything. And then last month in October I got really sick and I was really scared that I was going to end up in the hospital again. I mean, it was very traumatic to be in the hospital last summer, so my brain was just like worrying, like, am I going to go back in the hospital? Am I going to get another feeding tube? And I was very anxious and I was depressed. And what was happening was there's this cold that's going around that is lasting for a minimum of 2 weeks for everyone who gets it. I happen to catch the cold. I've been very good about social distancing, but some of my family members are essential workers and I think one of them picked it up and then I got it, which was not fun. It had stuff like congestion, lots of coughing, headache, really bad fatigue, but like I couldn't sleep because I wasn't feeling well, and my nausea was really bad. But everyone else who was having this cold didn't have as bad nausea, so I was really confused. Eventually I figured out while I was filling out a form that I hadn't been taking my antidepressants for at least a week, possibly longer. And I've been trying to grapple with like, why am I so forgetful? Why is this happening? So I brought that up with my therapist. Apparently it's on my chart to like look for ADHD, but I haven't been officially tested. And the thing is, ADHD, from what I've heard from people who have ADHD, because I'm internet friends with some people who are advocates for ADHD because they have it, and what I've sort of learned is that most of the time people don't get diagnosed with ADHD unless it's like interfering with other people's lives, not so much like how is it impacting the person, but how is their ADHD impacting another person. And so I haven't been tested for it, and no one's like making it a priority to get me tested. But if my forgetfulness is ADHD, shouldn't I get tested so that I don't have another case of forgetting to take important meds because I can't remember stuff? And then on top of that, not only was I forgetting to take those 2 antidepressants, I was not taking my flashback medication for a while and it was impacting my sleep. And the reason why is because there is a supply shortage of like everything right now. I'm seeing it a lot in the book community. People are having to pay insane prices for books, they're having to wait longer to get books, but it's impacting things like medication now too. Good girl, I'm very proud of you, very proud of you. Sorry, I got distracted because my cat is actually using the litter box instead of peeing on my stuff. I'm proud of her. You know, gotta appreciate the little things in life. Peeing in a litter box instead of peeing on my bed again. So what I was saying is that the supply shortage is impacting medication now, and I wasn't able to get one of the medications that I needed. It took 3 different pharmacies in order to finally find it and get it. I have a very sensitive body, so I can't switch manufacturers with medications, which is part of the issue. The specific manufacturer for the specific medication was not available in a lot of different places because they have a shortage of it. So as you can see, health issues have been rough recently. It has not been fun. I am sticking to a daily routine to try and make sure that I have time built in to just like have fun. So my daily routine, I make sure that I have time built in to read books, I have time built in to watch shows, which I can't get HBO Max to work on my laptop, so I haven't really watched shows for like a week, maybe two. And the thing is with HBO Max, like the support team is good, but they haven't been able to figure out my issue yet, and they aren't listening to the fact that it's my computer and that it's not just the browser that I'm using, because I keep saying like, hey, it's not working on any browser, and they keep being like, oh, test your browser speed, like do all these different things to test your browser. I'm like, no, it doesn't work on any browser. But yeah, in happier news, I guess, I will be graduating from my community college next term, so next term will be my last term at this community college, and then I'll be transferring to a different school. Now I'm taking like 3 times as long as a normal person to graduate community college because with my health issues, all I can tolerate is 1 class per term, 2 if they're super easy classes. Unfortunately, by the time that I graduate college, like my second college after community college, I feel like I'm gonna be 30. So it's interesting. I also don't really see the point of getting a degree when I can't work and when I most likely will never be able to work. So yeah, people would tell me like, get your degree, do school, and I'm like, fine, I'll do 1 class a term, but what's the point? We're paying tons of money for me to go to college and I'm not gonna be able to use the degree to work at all. Other things that are going on, a lot of shows that I like are starting up soon, so that's making me really happy. Doctor Who just started back up again, and I actually like the new companion Dan. He is a pretty good companion, and I really like the episode, and so I'm really curious about his story arc and where his character will go. The Flash will be starting up again soon, and it starts with the crossover episodes, so I'm really looking forward to the crossover episodes. The crossover episodes are always my favorite. And then Riverdale will be starting back up again soon, and love that show. And then the Hawkeye series will be starting up soon. I'm really looking forward to that. Hawkeye has always been one of my favorite Avengers. I know that most people hate Hawkeye, but I'm really looking forward to the Hawkeye show. I mean, we get Hawkeye, one of my favorite Avengers. We get Kate Bishop, who is played by Haley Steinfeld. She looks awesome. I don't know much about her yet. And then there's the doggy, like, oh, I'm so excited. Let me think if there's anything else I want to touch on really quickly before I wrap up this video. Oh, so I found a fibromyalgia medication that actually helps me. So fibromyalgia is a difficult condition because not always will medications help, but I was put on Lyrica and that helps. I was originally on Flexerol, and Flexerol was not helping me with my fibromyalgia pain. It helped like the first few days and then it stopped working, but Lyrica is still working, and I am very grateful that I can now get a full night's sleep without being woken up from pain. That's been very nice. I mean, I'm still really tired, I still have bad insomnia, but like it's nice to not be woken up at 8 a.m. in the morning from pain all over my body. The only other thing that I really have to say is that my videos may be a little more sporadic if I run into another health bump. I was doing very good at sticking to a 3 videos a week schedule for the past like year and a half, maybe something like that, and I really enjoyed that schedule, and I'm planning on keeping that schedule until the end of the year. But if I get sick again, I'm gonna have to prioritize my health. I feel like sometimes I don't take care of myself. Sometimes I like push myself to like do things that maybe I shouldn't be doing while I'm sick, and videos are one of them. So if I get sick again, I will try and like tell all of you that I'm sick so I'm being clear and open with my communication, but like if I am sick, I just need to prioritize my health and prioritize rest. So yeah. So that was really all I wanted to say in my little life update, health update video. I post more updates on Twitter and Instagram, I feel like, than on here. On here I try and just like talk about nerdy things that I enjoy, but this one was a needed video. So if you want to stay like more up to date with my health issues, I recommend following my Instagram or my Twitter. But I do talk about my health issues on here quite a bit, so I'm not saying I won't talk about them on here, I'm just saying like it'll be more up to date on Instagram and Twitter if I'm having an issue or not. So yeah, that was really all, and my next video will be up next Monday, and I hope to see all of you there. Until next time, goodbye!